like the video.
Hey buddy, did you hear the news? It's track reviews.
Derapy. Hi, hey, hello there. It's Derapy Podtano here. I'm going to be reviewing Tyler, the Creator's new single from his upcoming album, Chromacopia. It is his 8th studio album, and this is the first single that he has released. There is a 2-minute version accompanied by a music video on his main channel, but he would go on to release the full studio version. It's almost 5 minutes, so let's give it a spin, see what we think. Can I just say that initially, first thoughts, to begin the song with a harmony like that, it almost sounds like how a symphony may conclude in a orchestra, a professional choir may conclude the track. Because the track is titled Noid, and the first word that we hear is paranoid, I believe this track could be a bit of an exploration about how Tyler might feel when it comes to the negative aspects of fame. But let's hear what the song actually sounds like when we get into the main portion of it.
Things feel out of order. Look around, I'm not sure. Paranoia, no. Feel it in my aura. Living between cameras and recorders. These but can't afford ya, no.
So in our first portion here, we have Tyler saying things feel out of order. He's looking around unsure. He's living between cameras and recorders. He wants peace but can't afford it. And with some additional vocals being provided by Willow. And you have this kind of anxious feeling with these dramatic riffs, these heavy instrumentals, and the song is very thematically consistent so far. Let's take a peek at this hook here. Okay, my Fantano impression is over with. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I had no idea initially what that hook was. I didn't know what language it was. I didn't know what was being said. But I honestly think that's like a pretty cool thing that artists do. It forces you to consume the song over and over again after you're provided with more context or more information. So we're going to take a peek at what this actually means. So this is a sample from the Zambian band Ngozi family, forgive me if I say that wrong, from their 1977 album 45,000 Volts. The hook translates to, when you come at my house, please be respectful because I don't like talking too much. Talking too much breeds gossip. This feels like Colossus Part 2. There's a song from way back in the day where Tyler talks about like this interaction that he has with this fan. It might be based on a real interaction, but it's basically his way of saying like being famous is weird. People coming up to you and bothering you is weird. I really like the sample that's used here, and it really like kind of forces you to branch out and think and research and come back to be able to fully appreciate what's being said here. A lot of people talk about how this is kind of Cherry Bomb inspired, Igor inspired. I'm getting like a bit of a rock feel. I also love Tyler tapping into his roots, his African roots. It's very interesting so far. And then we get some nice harmonies in our post-chorus, and everybody that's a fan of the show knows that I'm just a sucker for harmonies as a former choir kid.
Someone's keeping watch. I feel them on my shoulder. I can't even buy a home in private. private. Home invasions got my brothers dying. Notice every car that's driving by, I think my neighbors want me dead. I got a cannon underneath the bed, triple checking if I lock the door. I know every creek that's in the floor. Motherfucker, I'm paranoid. I loop around the block, eyes glued to the rear view. Rather double back than regret hearing pew pew. Never trust a bitch. If you good, they could trap you. So just strap it up, but they fuck around and strap you.
Guys, I like the song. It's a really good song. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand what people don't really like about it unless you aren't familiar with Tyler's more experimental side. Some people complain about certain movies because they're like, oh, it has like a bit of a slow start. Like it takes a little bit of time for it to build up. In music, some people don't like when a lot of time is taken before the featured artist actually takes the stage. For me, I'm cool with it. Like embrace the experience. Like get into the idea of being immersed in the sounds surrounding the main artist instead of just waiting for them to get on and rap. Like in order for me to appreciate Igor for what it was, I had to get out of the mindset that I was going to hear a traditional rap album. People should have known that Tyler was not going to drop a traditional rap album like Call Me If You Get Lost, which still had elements of different genres, but he definitely wasn't going to come out and just drop another rap album. You could tell by the promo, you could tell by how insane his hair looks in the character that he's embracing. You could tell by the sound from the teaser that this is going to be different, and you just need to prepare yourself for it. I like the verse. I like the vulnerability that's being shown in the lyrics. I like how he talks about the different ways in which the negative aspects of people being obsessed with you can affect you. There's not only the fear that you have in your own home, there's the fear that you have beginning new relationships with people, the fear that you have being out in public, the fear that you have when you try to move, make moves, go from one place to the other, even when you're considering purchasing a new home or going to a different spot. You can't do anything in private. Driving, doubling the block to see if you have any tails is crazy. Like, that is not, I can't imagine having that life. And I think this is honestly, if this is going to be an album where we simply explore the kind of antithesis of what Call Me If You Get Lost was about, which was celebrating the success, celebrating the fame, the money, the accolades, getting an album right after that where it's talking about the complete flip side of that would be so sick. This may also be the only time I've heard somebody refer to a gun as a cannon. I keep a cannon under my bed. That's just funny to me. After that verse, we get another chorus, a post-chorus, the bridge, where Tyler says someone's keeping watch. He can feel it. Then we have an interlude where a woman is speaking to Tyler or his character, telling him not to trust anyone, keep his business to himself, don't even trust his accountants because they'll be trying to take a piece as well. And here we go. I'm gonna mention Kendrick.
The glazing is crazy.
Just briefly, though. Great artists can blend the vulnerability of their fears and anxieties into their music in pretty creative ways. Kendrick talking about things that he feared in the song Fear at the age of 7 and 17 and 27, I think is like one of the best examples of that, as well as how he was, pimped in that Butterfly album. And finally on Mr. Morale, where he turned his tracks into basically therapy sessions addressing generational trauma. I found that the best art comes from a place of real vulnerability and honesty. The hardest part is trying to make it sound grand and cutting and beautiful. And throughout this transition, we are also getting Tyler's best. Tyler also has really awesome examples of that vulnerability in his music and expressing it in very creative ways, kind of like on Wilshire, where he kind of just does like a one take version of him just laying out this entire story of kind of how he got left out to dry after being in this love triangle. And he has many different examples of that, not just with Colossus. I mean, just listen to all of Igor. I mean, the way he talks about this person that he's dealing with throughout A Boy Is a Gun and New Magic Wand are just really creative ways to discuss falling in love with somebody and then having your heart broken by them. But after we get to this refrain that leads to our final verse.
Watch your surroundings. Okay. Yeah.
No cameras out, please. I wanna eat in peace. Don't wanna take pictures with you niggas or bitches. Nervous system is shook way before 19. LA will do that to you. Where you from, nigga? Who you? Satellite screenshots, paparazzi, NDAs, privacy. Yeah, right. I got a better shot in the NBA. Ain't no respect for nothing. Voice recording all discussions. Her, him, they, them, or anybody. I don't trust them, man. At all. Some pray for my fall. Hearing clicks on the call. Niggas hacking for some rough drafts. Bitches looking for a buff bag. Wrist staff for some jaw. Nah, you sing along, but you don't know me, nigga. No, never ever, not at all. Y'all niggas cross the line like fuck the stop sign. They wanna know where I close my eyes at. I keep my eyes wide. Don't got this shit cooked, Brody. Look, Brody. Handshakes got me shook, Brody. Niggas want info about me. Read a book on me. Leave me alone.
Our last verse has Tyler going into even greater detail about all the ways his privacy is invaded, and off rip, I am feeling empathetic. Last night, I went out to dinner with my wife to celebrate 2 years of marriage.
Flex on them.
The idea of people taking pictures of us or recording us or interrupting us in any way, like just thinking about it is like very frustrating. Like, bro, leave people alone when they're just trying to eat. But Tyler says he has a better shot at making the NBA than getting the privacy that he craves. Which just kind of gave me the image of Tyler trying to guard Steph Curry, like running off of like ball screens or whatever. I don't know. I'm just really grateful for that image. But being worried that all your texts are being screenshotted or all your calls are being recorded or you're being put on video every time you step outside, like that does suck. Like the idea of that is really upsetting. And people may assume that like you might ask for that type of attention when you blow up, but are you really? Like, on the clock, when you're touring, when you're performing, yeah, of course, you expect everybody looking at you, everybody watching your every move. But doesn't everybody have the luxury of like being able to be off the clock at certain points? And I know I sound like mad defensive right now, like I'm being super parasocial. Tyler's fine. Like he has enough money to where like I just have this like really strict principle of like generally not feeling too bad for people that have tens of millions of dollars. But he could afford to get away if he really wanted to, if he really wanted that privacy. But will he ever get the privacy that I have or that you have listening to this ever again? Unfortunately, no. But yeah, that's kind of just how I feel about the song. I like it a lot. I'm highly impressed. Like, did it blow me away? Like, is the concept brand new? No, not really. But like, it's a very good song. Is it a top 5 Tyler song? Top 10? No, but is it exciting? Is it experimental? Is it exceptional? I mean, compared to the average artist, compared to even like a good artist, of course. So I'm feeling like a strong 8 to a light 9 on this one. And I'm very excited to hear how this fits into the album's overall narrative. Transition. If you enjoy the content, like the video. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Apple or Spotify, leave a 5-star rating, leave whatever review you want, but just 5 stars. We'd very much appreciate it. If you would like to support the channel and more videos like this where we can listen to and break down the songs. Obviously, these episodes are not monetized because we're playing the music because I want you to hear exactly what I'm talking about and exactly what I'm referring to. Support the channel by becoming a member for $1. It's literally $1. Or consider joining our $5 membership tier, become a certified therapist, and get a shout out like this.
Shout out to Logan Stratus, Awesome Amy, Simply Vibin', Luis Sanchez, Air Wallace, Matt Mahorik, Archeo, Jack Santoro, Light Brown Recluse, RB Levius, Blackjack Gaming, Shaggy's World 999, Greenberg 305, Venomous, The Absolute Fucking Worst, A Dizzle 921, Whiskey, _Zeus, Cuts by Reggie, Thomas the Dank Engine, High 3, Stout Shako, Nate Rubin, Rich Mixed, Agony, Emma McCoy, Messina, DC, Frame Rate, On the Hunt Productions, Jordan, Dre Benoit, and Johnny Carwash.
Love you, mean it.
Enjoy the outro.
Before you speak, how you tell us that you real but you stay off the meds? How you got no house keys but you show up a tick? How you call that girl a hoe but got 10 baby mamas? How you claim you're free thinking but be preaching the Bible? Cause all your pussy ass niggas think it's so damn hard. Cause you got a big blower, nigga, you ain't God. Got the same old watch, I fuck the same old bitches. Y'all buy the same old car, y'all take the same old pictures, make the same old threats, tell the same old business. See all the gay ones y'all doing to impress those niggas, but I'ma mind my business. Like it's supposed was getting tossed, y'all can keep your fingers crossed. Call me when you get lost, bitch.